Hello, everyone, and welcome to Radiant Love's Love Talk. My name is Angel D. Thomas, and I am the founder and CEO of Radiant Love, which was established in 2017. Radiant Love exemplifies the power of boldness, beauty, and self confidence. I want to encourage everyone to be the best version of themselves. Y'all be bold, y'all be beautiful, y'all be you. So, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And in May of 2015, my mother in law was diagnosed with breast cancer and underwent a double mastectomy. She's an extremely strong woman, and her story encouraged me to create the 23-Day of Love Talk Challenge in efforts to raise money for the Knitted Knockers Foundation. Knitted Knockers are a handmade breast prosthesis for anyone that has undergone a mastectomy or any type of breast procedure. I'm asking my supporters to support me in this cause by donating $23 to Radiant Love, which will be donated to the Knitted Knockers Foundation. My goal is to raise at least $600, and because of you all, we are more than halfway to the goal. So please support me in this cause by tuning in all month long and also donating $23 to Radiant Love. So joining us tonight is Jasmine. Let's add her on now. Jazz, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you great.
Perfect. I just want to thank you for working with me. I was not stopping until we got this done. And I also just want to thank you for being a guest, accepting the invitation. You are an extremely positive person. You put those positive vibes online, and I'm just for it. I love it, love it, love it. So thank you. Everybody, this is Jasmine, and I'm just going to tell you all a little bit about Jasmine. So if Jasmine had to describe who she was in one word, it'll be me. Jasmine is just that, Jasmine. For some reason, her way of living has always been larger than life. Life has taught her it's always easier to accept and embrace everything that comes with it. She is made of love and light. With time, she has learned to appreciate who she is and embrace it while sharing with others. She loves to laugh and make other people laugh. Her vibe, it brightens the room, and for that she is grateful because everything she has experienced has made her who she is. Jasmine. Welcome, Jasmine. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes, like I said earlier, I feel special, so thank you for having me as well.
You are so welcome. Y'all send those hearts in. We just want to feel the love. So, Jasmine, you are always posting just positive, inspirational quotes and videos online. And in your bio on Instagram, you have pound high vibes only. So, when someone has high vibes, radiant vibes, it just radiates and pours over into other people. So, how important is it for you to keep your vibes high?
Like for me, when I say vibes, I just mean like everything because from how you feel or whatever is how you control everything around you. And so for me, I had to really realize that no matter what's around you, no matter what's going on, you may can't change that. But how you view it and how you feel about it, how you move in it, how you basically how you don't not become a product of like your environment, but whatever is going on around you, your circumstances and stuff shouldn't really shape you. So for me, vibes is everything. That's the only way I can go out throughout the day, how I can control the day, how I can, well, not controlling the day, but my flow.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't control the day, but it's my flow. And that's the only way I can be positive and really even be like productive. Yeah.
Yes. And a lot of times we as adults, we don't realize that we have the power to control, like you said, the vibes and the energies around us. If something is not right, you have the power to say, okay, I'm backing away from that and I'm going to revert to something positive. So I just want to encourage y'all to know that y'all have the power to create energy, to create the vibe that y'all want. So keep that in mind, y'all. And let's just be honest for a second. I am a very positive person. I love high energies and I just love everything to be positive around me. But as much as I love that, there are days that those vibes aren't where I want them to be. So for you, what are some ways that you increase your vibes when they're low?
Well, I'm gonna just bring it back to a time and just to be transparent a little bit. And those that follow me, they know that I am transparent. Like there was a point in time where I didn't have, these keys, and I mean, it was out there, I kind of tried it a little bit, but I hadn't really gotten fed up with what, you know, I guess used to be or has been, you know what I'm saying? Also still tying up loose ends, but back to what I was saying, yeah, so what I learned to do in the midst of all the things, around me. I would do things like now I do prayer, of course, meditation. I go to therapy every 2 weeks or like once a month, depending on how I feel about it. That's like my best friend. I exercise, I listen to music, I dance. I mean, I read books, you know what I'm saying? I write. So I do all those different things just because not just one thing, work for me. And I do affirmations. And people will be like, at first I was like, okay, that's just a crazy person who just wants to control everything that happens in life. Right? That's what I thought. And I'm like, no, that's how you control how you flow with everything that happens in life, back to what I was saying earlier. And so that's just my thing. And people may think, oh, that's a lot, but girl, I'm talking about like a 5 minute meditation, a 5 minute affirmation. Like, and I go on YouTube and find this type of stuff. I take a 10-minute run. I may work out for 30 minutes, just something to get my mind off of what, I may read a few pages, but I try to just practice consistency. And the weird part about it is I don't even feel crazy because it works. It helps.
And what I really like what you said was you go to therapy because I am such a big advocate for mental health. And I actually am looking into going to therapy, and I actually did earlier this week. And the place that I look for, they don't take my insurance, whatever, but I'm still looking to get into therapy. And my platform is created to help change the narrative in the Black community. And just by you saying that you do attend therapy, that is very big for me because a lot of people don't, well, a lot of people think, okay, she goes to therapy, she must be crazy. No, that's not the case. So you saying that is a very, very big thing for me. And also the other ways that you help to get your vibes up. Like you say, you exercise, you read, you meditate, you pray. So find ways, y'all, to just keep those vibes high. That's what she does, and it works for her. So find something that works for you because those high vibes and positive energy really affect your way of thinking and just life in general. And Jazz, you on Instagram have a brand called Dream, and you spell it JREM. So can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so like one time I was in LA a few years ago, and my name is Jasmine Ray Elizabeth McCoy. That's my government name. And my brother was like, "You should like name yourself Dream," and I was like, "What?" And then you put the you put the line over the E to stretch it, and it's just wrong. And so it's just like everything, like I don't know. Like at first, I really just been trying to find what it is that I wanted to do with it, and then I didn't realize that it was me that was the brand, and so that's what it is. It represents my name. So yeah.
Yes, I love it. And
Yeah.
it's very, very creative. It's very, I love it. The way you spell it and what it represents is beautiful. So keep up with that. I love it. And usually a person that has high energies and high vibes, they know how to bring the people out. And you know how to bring the people out to have a good time. Because in July, you and your friend, y'all hosted a 90s party, and I'm actually going to a 90s party tonight. And you explained to me that the people really did support y'all, and it made you realize that you like to throw parties and you look forward to throwing more. So, what is the most exciting part for you about hosting parties?
I think when I did that one, and I do want to do more, um, but you have to spend money to make money, and so I do want to do more. But for that one, I think the most exciting thing was waiting to see if it was gonna be whack or if it was gonna have people in it. Like everything else was easy, but you're really sitting in there, and you like, all right, what? Like you in the reality of it, you like, girl, what? And it actually was cool. Like it wasn't too packed, but it was people that just really was there for a vibe, and I enjoyed it. Made me realize that I like to do it. So
Yes. So, are there any upcoming events that we can look forward to?
not none that I have on paper to promote, but I did do a heels class, and so that's really something that I want to start doing. And I'm just looking for like the perfect environment and the perfect place so people can look forward to that. A lot of things happen behind the scene when you're trying to do stuff and work with people. So, you just have to do that. If you do it right, it'll last. And so I don't want to just do it. I want to like really like put work into it. So yeah, that's about it.
Yes, and let me know about the heels class because I was just talking to my cousin, telling her that I need a class for heels so I could practice walking and dancing, whatever in my heels. So not only do you host parties, but you also host dance classes. and you've been dancing since the age of 3. And you said on Instagram, when you get in the studio, it's just you and your work ethic, learning to discipline myself again, my thoughts, my skill, and my creative. So, how does dancing allow you to use your body as a visual representation of art?
Well, at first it took me to appreciate dancing because I've done it since I was 3. My mama put me in it and I had no other choice because I was the only one. But I ended up being really good or whatever. And a lot of people don't know, like when I introduced that to social media, they didn't know that I danced since I was 3 years old. Like I've always been a dancer. That was one of my main things in high school. And now that I'm older, my favorite way to really dance is like free flow. And so when I'm free flowing, it's like people don't know like when I would like in high school and stuff, things that happened in life. That's how that was my therapy. I would go
Mm-hmm.
get mad and like it was it's just like emotions because you were like a teenager, so you had like this little attitude, all this little pop off type style thing. You know how we was when we was in high school. And so I would just dance and dance through my, I guess you say, emotions and stuff. And it really was therapy. And so when I got back into it, I just kind of just I see it as, I guess, me expressing my emotions. So that's how it comes out as like a visual representation of art. Yeah.
And I was going through your Instagram page, and I saw one of your videos where you were. It looked like like you said, you free form dance, and it was very passionate. I saw the passion. I can't remember when it was posted, but I was just scrolling through your page, and I saw the passion in the dance and the music and the just the dance, everything. It was just very passionate, and I felt it just watching it. So it was beautiful. I just want to tell you that. And you also teach dance classes. You teach traditional jazz, ballet, tap, and technique. And your students range from the ages of 9 to 12 years old. And I actually did ballet. I think I was like 6 or 7 for a year, and I did enjoy it. So, like any sport, technique is the foundation of greatness. So, how important is technique when it comes to dance? And how are you able to effectively ensure that your students are mastering techniques?
Um. Well, this is the first class I've ever like really like taught. You know what I'm saying? Like, and on my own. So, I just kind of look at how I was when I was a student. Short attention span, not really taking it serious. And so, I tell them like you can be as good of a hip hop or performance dancer as you want, but if you don't have the technique, you're really not even reaching your full potential. So I always tell them that. And then when we're in class, I'm consistent. I critique them on a consistent basis. I do it at a point where they can understand. And I'm patient with them, and I don't really holler. And I'm trying to like, since I'm new, I'm trying to create that environment where they can understand the respect boundary. I don't have to holler at you for you to do something you love.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's where I come from with that. And so I just stay consistent every time I go. Um, I just stay consistent with them, and they're really. I've actually never danced at an all black studio, and when I
Mm-hmm.
tell you that it's so good, I've never. It just gives me, I'm like, girl, this takes everything in me, like because y'all are they so good, and so yeah, I love it. I'm grateful for the chance to do it. Yeah.
And like you said, consistency is key. So I want to encourage you to just keep going, keep pushing. And all these doors are going to open up for you because of your consistency, your passion, your drive, your dedication. And because you dance, you're able, like you said, to get on a level and actually help them. Like you said, with the short attention spans, you know how it is to deal with or how to be in their position. So being in that position, it's a bonus. It's a bonus. So I just want to tell you to just keep pushing, keep pushing. And as a teacher, I always think that teachers and instructors, they teach the curriculum, but they also teach life lessons and things that take the students beyond just the school or the studio. So what are some principles that you instill in your students that will follow them beyond the studio?
Yeah. So like I said, just being in their position. I try to get them to understand like where I'm at right now, which they get it, but they don't really get it like that. And I just tell them consistently that if they say something like I can't do this or I can't do that, or I see them not trying, I'm like, I can't really help you because you're not trying hard enough. So I can't help you if you're not going to your fullest potential. And I tell them, well, look, some girls in here may be able to do things you can't do, but that doesn't mean that you can't work to get to where they at. And my favorite example is always, look, Beyonce knows she can't sing, Beyonce knows she can't dance, but Beyonce works until she can. And that's what I always tell them. And I literally tell every class, like consistently, I teach twice out the week, and I tell my girls the same thing, that same exact thing. Like, look, you saying you can't, you're not trying. What can I do for you? You know,
Yes.
I can make you do it over and over again, but you're not even trying. And so that's with anything in life. That's just how I feel. You're not trying, and you're saying you can't. So you're gonna believe that, and that's what's gonna happen. So yeah.
And I like that Beyonce analogy because everybody loves Beyonce. Everybody loves Beyonce. So I know that pushed them. Yes.
I be trying
So
to get them where they could feel me. Beyonce, okay, yeah.
everybody loves Beyonce. Yes. So I kind of want to focus our attention right now on social media for a second. It's kind of taking a change in the conversation. And you posted this generation wants microwave miracles, but the miracles require work. And many times we as people, we look on social media and we see other people and we begin to try to rush our process to make it seem like we're making moves or to be glorified by social media. But life is a marathon, it is not a race. And a lot of times people don't understand that. So, what are your thoughts on microwave miracles? And what is some advice that you can offer to us about timing?
Um, well, for one, I am very anxious. And so I had to learn that lesson for myself. And so a lot of times when I share stuff with social media, it's my thoughts. I be like, ooh, like somebody needs to hear that. And so sometimes, like I say, it'll be things that I tell myself. And so I think that timing is everything, like, and not to be biblical, but it's the Bible says when you work, patience worketh like a good thing, the longer it takes, the better, the better it is. And so, I think if it's time, you just have to just teach yourself the importance, and you have to really, really, really discipline yourself, and that's not easy. If I
Yes.
had to tell you, like, that one thing right there is not easy. The things you want, and like you said, social media being one of the biggest influences, we see the good sides of a lot of stuff, but everything, and I think I had to teach myself, and that's what I think like patience came from, is that either way, because like for me and anybody else rushing out of the bad part to the good part, um, it'll really it'll really have you, missing. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole time you go through our life, it'll be both good and bad. So timing is everything, and like I said, the longer it takes, the better it is. So
Yes, yes. We can't rush that process. We can't look at other people and be like, oh well, why are they here and I'm there? That shouldn't be your worry. Stay in your lane and run your marathon. Everything that is supposed to happen to you will happen when it's supposed to happen and how it's supposed to happen. So make sure that y'all just focus on y'all's miracles and y'all what y'all want, and it's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen. So self-love is really the best love, and you also encourage self-love a lot on social media, and I'm a big advocate for self-love because you can't love someone else until you love yourself. And I've gotten to a point where I had to really sit down, talk to myself, and show myself how much I love myself because everybody is not at that point where they love themselves. So that's why I try to encourage it so much so that people can get to that point because not loving yourself is not good. But if you're at that point, I just want to encourage you to love yourself. So, what experiences taught you to appreciate and embrace who you are?
um, I guess through, like, I realized this the other day. At my little brother's football game last night, actually, or if not, a little bit before that. I realized that what you're doing, like throughout age like 15 to like maybe like in your early 20s, almost to your late 20s, you're searching for who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like a lot of me doing that made me and there's so many other things that go into that, where I came to a point of like starting completely over, like, grounded, like beginners. And I just realized like things from my childhood, things that I loved that I wasn't doing, and things that I wanted to get back to, his dancing and all this other stuff, and personality, and just all these different things that I'm realizing, and through not loving myself, not even realizing that I didn't do. And when I look back on not even religious choices, but behaviors, habits, mindsets, decisions, relationships, all that. When you go through that phase of trying to find yourself, or trying not to find yourself, learn yourself. And so that's why I learned to appreciate and embrace who I was, because that's when I thought, I just been on that, where we at? We're trying to find ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So
what are some encouraging words that you can offer to someone that may be having a hard time loving themselves?
um it'll be forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for others, and just really just like really admitting to like what it is and what it's not, doing what you need to do. Sometimes being hard on yourself, but not all the time. And being I mean, yesterday a coworker told me, who is it? And I'm taking my time on this. Who is it? Confucius, maybe? Oh,
Right.
scholar or whatever. He said, the minute you realize you only have one life is when your second life starts. And I know we've seen that on Instagram before. We've seen it before. And I was like, yeah, I've seen that before. And that's when you realize, that, oh, okay, well, I'm settling. I could do better. I could go harder. Oh, this is out there for me. That's out there for me. That's the one thing social media is good for. You can see how you can really be bossed up and how there's so much out there in the world. That's one good thing. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. We have to love ourselves. And like you said, I don't think a lot of times we realize that we only have one life to live. This one life. So we literally have to live it to the fullest. We have to. So love yourselves, embrace your flaws, embrace your insecurity, and boss up. Use that to boss yourself up. Okay, I know I don't like this about myself. Well, guess what? I'm going to use that to my advantage. Love yourselves. So, Jazz, my philosophy is be bold, be beautiful, be you. I literally say this all the time. I encourage it to everyone, and I have it written everywhere at home, at work. It's be bold, be beautiful, be you. So, what is a philosophy that you stand on and live by?
And it's funny because right now I'm sitting right here by the bayou as just so I could be calm because my anxiety was high. So I was like, let me go sit by the bayou. So, and as I look at the water, just, float, I'm like, you gotta, my favorite thing is you gotta keep going. Life is what it'll be. Yes, is what you'll make it, all that good stuff. But at the same time, you're human. You're not gonna wake up every day wanting to. You're not gonna wake up every day doing, what you want to do, or however it'll go at that time, and it'll just have you. And that's what it's how you view it. So I ain't gonna get into all that because we could be here for a whole nother day. But for me, it'll be to just to continue. Like, don't give up, stay for it. You're not gonna always be positive, but on the days you not forgive yourself and just you can't give up. It's the constant.
Yes,
And I tell people when you wake up, that's your chance.
yes.
If you let's go.
You have to keep going. Have to. And October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And for the month of October, I do have the 23 Days of Love Talk Challenge going on in efforts to raise money for the Knitted Knockers Foundation. And I am asking my supporters to support me in this cause by donating $23. So what are some encouraging words that you can tell someone that may be going through a hard time or that has gone through a hard time?
Um, I just well, for one, you just have to be. It's hard, but you have to be grateful. You can't be a complainer. You can't be a person that doesn't do. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a person that settles. You can't be a person that goes against the grain. You gotta stay positive. You gotta stay on it. And like I was just saying earlier, you can't give up. You really can't. It's not.
You have to keep going. I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree. So at this point in time, I just want to open up the floor to you to say whatever is on your heart.
Well, I just want to be like like I said, I'll say thank you for this opportunity. I really enjoyed it. I was nervous at first, and then the static, and I'm like, you see obstacles, stand in the way of good things all the time, and so that's how I view a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? If I had to tell anybody anything, thank you for your support. Thank you for all those that viewed. Sending love your way, sending endurance, whatever y'all need, strength, whatever you need. I pray, and I hope that you really get it. Um, and the only reason I'm positive is because sometimes you have to create a heaven in order to make it through hell. And so take that how you want. But
Yes.
the only way you're gonna get through hell is if you create your own heaven. So that's it. That's all I got.
Yes, yes, yes. So again, Jazz, I just want to thank you so much for being a guest here on Love Talk. Your vibes and energies are just so high, and I just want to encourage you to just keep going with everything it is that you have going on, because it is not in vain. I love it, love it, love it. And this is just only the beginning for us. Like you said, you have big dreams coming, you have big things coming. I see it, see it, see it, and just keep pushing. Thank y'all for tuning in. It is very, very appreciated. Y'all make sure to check out all my previous Love Talks, and please tune in for the upcoming Love Talks. Again, thank you. Thank you so much, Jazz. And y'all support Radiant Love. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.